It's Wednesday and we are coming to you from Los Angeles, California. Alam nyo po, kapag nasa-stress ang tao, dapat relax lang. Diba? Relax lang tayo. It's the middle of the week. Friday is almost around the corner. But before we talk about our weekend, let's hear the news from Asian Journal.
Asian Journal, the leading Filipino-American newspaper since 1991.
At kasama natin si Annie Nepomuceno. Annie, kapag ikaw ba ay nasa-stress, ano ang technique mo para hindi ma-stress?
Hindi ba halatang kumakain ako?
Ay, naku, mahilig rin ako kumain. Lahat ata tayo mga Pilipino. Ganyan ang hilig, di ba? Hindi, pero pag stress, alam mo naman dito sa Amerika, medyo stressful ang buhay, di ba? Kasi palaging
maraming nangyayari.
Oo, time is so important. That's why let's get started right away with our news. Balita ko, marami tayong politikang pag-uusapan.
Totoo yan, G. At itong ating mga balita mula sa Asian Journal. Clinton clinches the Democratic presidential nomination. Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton has secured the Democratic presidential nomination, several media sources reported on Monday, June 6, the day before the 6 states, including California, held their primaries. The victory in the Puerto Rico primary on Sunday, June 5, and commitments from previously undecided superdelegates pushed Clinton past the 2,383 delegate threshold needed to capture the nomination, according to a survey by the Associated Press. The AP's count showed that Clinton was leading opponent Bernie Sanders by 291 pledged delegates, 523 superdelegates, and 3 million votes in the race for the Democratic nomination. Despite this, Sanders had not revealed any plans to drop out of the race unless the Vermont senator manages to pull off an unprecedented upset. At the convention in July, Clinton will become the first woman to ever receive the nomination of a major American party.
That's right. And here on our show, we had Jason Tenko,
Yes.
The Filipino-American AAPI director. So we talked about Clinton and working with her. So kung hindi nyo po napapanood yon, you can go to our YouTube page and look up Jason Tenko. And now, moving on to our second story, si Marcos naman ang pag-usapan natin.
Marcos camp alleges COMELEC use of secret server. The camp of Senator Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. said that it will file an election protest alleging that the Commission on Elections used a fourth server to manipulate the results from the national elections held last May. Marcos, who ran for vice president, was defeated by Congresswoman Leni Robredo by over 200,000 votes. Marcos camp said that the protest will seek a recount of the votes in some areas, including the setting aside of the election results in the areas where there are clear indications of election fraud and manipulation. The church-based election watchdog Parish Pastoral Council for Responsible Voting is also urging the COMELEC to look into the allegations of poll fraud.
Ayan. Ano namang masasabi mo tungkol sa isyong ito, Annie?
Palagi naman pag merong hindi na nanalo, for time immemorial, sila daw ay dinadaya. Diba? It's sad to think na palaging nandun. But you know, siguro kasi kailangan talaga mag-improve na tayo sa ating teknolohiya. I think dito, even in the primary, some people were saying that their polling places were very good. Some were saying that it was disorganized also, the very few, because it also is run here by volunteers and stuff like that. So we have to think about the manpower
that it takes.
Yeah, exactly. Hindi lang yung technology.
Oh, and I just want to say that I have a woman on the show. Her name is Mila de Guzman. She is reading Women Against Marcos. She's going to be on the show to read accounts of her book. I got a call from someone in Hawaii that was quite upset about this, saying, Marcos kami. But, you know, we cannot... we have to show the facts as well of what happened. So anyway, moving on to our third story from Asian Journal. Annie?
Yes, Duterte says no more ambush interviews until end of term. After incoming Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte was under fire last week for his statement that seemingly justified the killing of journalists, he said he would no longer grant interviews until his term ends to avoid criticism and wrong statements. Duterte later backtracked on his comments, saying his remarks were only for ambush interviews. Last week, he said that journalists who were killed must have been corrupt or entangled in criminal activity. Instead of apologizing, he challenged the media to boycott him and his press conference.
Okay, and now on to our last story, and I will be reading this story because we have been following this story quite all throughout on Kababayan Today. So recently, 11 guest workers from the Philippines who had sued their employer, Lamad Bakery, were legally vindicated when a federal judge awarded them more than $15 million in damages and fees. With the help of Advancing Justice LA and Congressman Ted Lieu, the 11 bakery workers now also have specialty visas that allow them to remain and work in the U.S. The 11 workers were fraudulently lured by their employer, which is Giancarlo and Annalisa from the Philippines, to the United States on temporary work authorization, E2 visas. Nakalagay po doon sa visa na yon that ang trabaho nila ay bakery workers lang. But they were subjected to exploitative working conditions include debt bondage, severe wage theft, verbal abuse, and national origin discrimination. Ibig po sabihin nun, hindi daw sila pwedeng magtagalog doon sa workplace. Mismong Pinoy pang nagsabi nun kasi Pinoy nga yung employer. The prior investigation by the California Labor Commissioner's Office revealed egregious wage and hour abuses, including 14-hour workdays and wages of less than $3 per hour. When the workers refused to lie about their working conditions, the employer retaliated by terminating their positions, leaving the workers in immigration limbo. T-visas are a special type of immigration visa awarded to victims of human trafficking who cooperate with law enforcement. By sharing their stories and celebrating the recent T-visas, the Filipino guest workers hope to put a face on modern human trafficking and help educate the larger community about labor trafficking. We will have them here on our show and we will be interviewing them. So abangan nyo po yan. That is Talk Tuesday, next Tuesday po. Okay, and I just want to say thank you so much, Annie, for being here.
Thank you.
For the news. And Kababayan Today is giving away two $50 gift cards to Paradise Cove in Malibu. Please make sure to go to our website. That's Kababayan Today. And our website is www.la18.tv/Kababayan Today. At kita nyo naman, napakasarap ng pagkain dyan, no? So make sure to go to the website and enter so that you can win $50 worth of gift certificates from Paradise Cove. Alright, maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Pagbalik natin, kasama naman natin ang Bread of Life at si Professor Brandon Riley. Maraming salamat. Magbabalik kami.